I want to bring now in Senator Jeff Merkley, who's a Democrat of Oregon, who tweeted at the president earlier, "Get your DHS lackey and uninvited paramilitary actions out of my state. Our communities are not a stage for your twisted re-election campaign." And Senator, I want to talk about the legality here and oversight. So we have some news on that front. The ACLU has already sued the Portland police, the local police. And I would just note that that Portland Police Department has had some real excesses, and there's a reason that they're under federal constraint in terms of what kind of use of force they can have. But the judge has now said the ACLU can add federal agencies to it, and a U.S. attorney for Oregon in the Justice Department has called for investigation into those protester arrests. Is that enough, or does more have to be done to figure out what the heck is going on here?
Well, more has to be done. I mean, every American should be offended what they have seen tonight, actually terrified. Trump is using these federal forces as a personal paramilitary force. That is what dictators do. That is not what presidents of a democratic republic do. And I can tell you that we pursued this question of who are these people? And I talked to the U.S. Marshal's office. They said no, that they were marked. And then it appeared that these folks were Customs and Border Protection agents, and they were the ones sweeping people off the street. And we got a reply from Mark Morgan, the commissioner for CBP, and he says, no, they were clearly marked as federal law enforcement officers. But when you see those pictures, you see the word police. That's it. Were they Portland police? Were they someone who just, as you said, bought some camouflage and a police badge? Mark Pettibone, who we referred to, he said he was terrified. He knew that some of the white power extremists have come to try to harass protesters in Oregon. And what's going through his mind was, well, could this be these extremists are taking me or are kidnapping me? I think it's absolutely unacceptable to have unmarked. This is like stormtroopers. This is completely unacceptable. There's no accountability if you don't know who people are. And now our federal government is lying to us, not coming clean. I met with them about what were the rules of engagement. Who were the decision makers about what weapons would be carried and what tactics would be used? They said, oh, it's all in some book somewhere. We have protocols. Well, you have protocols for different places. You make decisions. Who makes those decisions? Who coaches the team before they go out on the street? Oh, no, it's all in a book somewhere. There absolutely no transparency. The term secret police or personal presidential paramilitary force seems appropriate. And then look what they're doing, grabbing somebody who left a peaceful protest, was walking back to his car, sweeping him into a van, throwing him into a prison cell, later releasing him, never telling him who they were or why he was stopped. Again, this is unacceptable in America.
I have to say that in my career covering politics, I have heard countless lectures from conservatives and Republicans about federalism, states' rights, local control, the federal government. We want the federal government coming in and telling us what to do. I just don't understand why is this the DHS's business in any way, shape, or form, or CBP, whoever graffitied a wall, whether they were anarchists or not. We have local law enforcement in this country. The DHS doesn't run around arresting everyone who graffiti something. There just seems like no actual grounding for this other than the president wants a show of force.
Well, we certainly in Portland have had conflicts between white extremists and others who are protesting, and the city commission and the mayor and the police chief and teams have tried to figure out how to keep them separated, keep them from being violent exchanges, stop any form of destruction. And it is not always easy, but it gets much harder when you have unidentified agents coming in using impact munitions, shooting a peaceful protester in the head. So I asked about the rules of engagement. I said, do you have rules that say you can shoot somebody in the head with these impact munitions, rubber bullets, or something of that nature? They said, well, we have rules. Will you get me a copy? No, they won't get me a copy. Well, they'll think about getting me a copy. I said, oh, you don't have rules like if we use these, we only use them if we're endangered. We never shoot above the chest. It's absolutely, the governor had it right. It pours gasoline on this fire and this tension. So here we have everyone working to de-escalate to end any form of violence or property destruction. And the federal stormtroopers, Trump's personal paramilitary force, coming in here in a secret police style, just making everything so much worse. He has to get them home. It does seem like, from a legal point of view, that this type of unidentified sweeping people off the street, no probable cause, is a violation of civil rights. And what president would we expect that from? President Trump.
Yeah, it's intolerable. Folks should go read about how the founding fathers felt about this kind of policing action. They were not very, very supportive of it. In fact, it's part of what sparked the revolution. Senator Jeff Merkley of the state of Oregon, thank you very much.
Thank you. Good to be with you, Chris.